Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm FiddlinJonny, and as you know, this is my fiddle channel and magic review. And today's magic review is Killer in Manila by Latorre. And before we get into that, I'm just going to do a quick fiddle tune. This is a jig called the Eavesdropper. I try to pick a new one every single week. I'm working on it. Might be a little bit rusty, so I'll seek forgiveness in advance. I see a lot of similarities to learning a new magic trick when doing this. There might have been a couple flaws there, but oh well, we got through it. Thanks for being here. Stick around and let's get into Killer in Manila. Hey everyone, welcome back. I am so glad that you are here. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for tolerating my fiddle music at the beginning. When I started the channel, I thought, oh, I'll just do a fiddle tune at the very beginning for my very first product review that I did. And I thought, then I won't do it after that. And then I did it on the second one and the third one. And now, of course, I continue to do them and have done a lot of, I don't know, 60 different fiddle tunes up there, at least. So at any rate, thank you for tolerating that or putting up with it. I enjoy sharing the fiddle tunes, and it's funny because I've been playing violin my entire life. Most of my adult life I've mostly been a rock violinist, playing with my hard body electric violin and playing through effects and through amplifiers and that sort of stuff, and here I'm mostly doing traditional Irish tunes. So anyway, I find it enjoyable, and I appreciate you indulging me. All right, let's get into this. This is Killer in Manila by Latorre, and it's released by JB Magic, which is Mark Mason's company. So I'll talk about Mark Mason a lot in this because he does the tutorial and everything. So what the heck is this? It is essentially a nest of envelopes type of a routine. And what I mean by that is, in this routine, you will have a spectator freely choose a card. There's no forcing involved. You can use any deck that you want, and you will have your spectator sign a card. That card is then lost back into the deck, and you make a wager with your spectator that if you can't find the card, you will give them the money that is in this envelope. And for me, I'm performing it as like, I'm going to give you $100 if I can't find the signed chosen card here in the deck. And the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to have you, the spectator, pick by looking at the backs of the card, see if you can figure out which card is yours. So no matter what card they pick, it is the incorrect card, and I, as the performer, must now give them the $100 that I've promised that I had kept in this wallet, which has been in plain sight the entire time, and sitting on the table or in your breast pocket. At that point, you go ahead and you pull out the envelope and say, all right, I've got to give you the $100. You open it and you pull out your $100 to give them the $100. But in that process, you realize, oh, also in this envelope is a card. And you go ahead and you pull out that card, and the card is their signed, chosen card. So that's the effect. Pretty dang freaking cool, if you ask me. In terms of what it is. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to get in this. You're going to get a streaming / downloadable video from JB Magic, and the video is 20 minutes and 44 seconds in length, so not at all long. You're not getting the masterclass here with just 20 minutes, but you'll get what you need to perform this, because this is at the beginner level magic, in that there's no difficult slides. No difficult moves in this. If you're brand new at magic, you can start performing this once you receive this. So You're also going to get a couple other things. So let me walk through what you're going to get. You're going to get this, in addition to your 20-minute tutorial, you're going to get this envelope. This is a non-gimmicked envelope. I think this is called a coin envelope or a key envelope. And there's nothing special about it. You're going to get that. You're also going to get this envelope here, and this envelope is gimmicked. And this envelope is really nice, really great quality, but you'll get the one gimmicked envelope, and you're also going to get this gimmicked bicycle back card here. And I'm going to point out, I got a red bicycle back card. It doesn't matter what the back color is on these because it will fit into any deck, will be invisible, and you'll be able to perform the routine. So don't worry about like if you use a very specific type of deck, you're still going to be able to use this gimmick that is provided. So those are the gimmicks that you're going to get and what you're getting in terms of the tutorial. But let's talk a little bit about the tutorial. So it's Mark Mason in his studio, and his studio is great. He's done this many times, so he knows what he's doing. And he will do a live performance. He often has his buddy Dave there that is his spectator, so he will perform the effect for Dave. So that's what you're going to see first. He is then going to go over the gimmicks with you in the tutorial. He'll walk you through the setup of what you need to do to set up to be ready to go and start the effect. He'll then go through an explanation of how to perform it and the moves that you need to do. And then he goes through some final thoughts of the process. Here's what I really liked about the tutorial, is that there are moments that Mark, who is a really good teacher, will go into some of the nuance of the performance rather than sort of glossing over. And he does that multiple times that I think is really good with some, again, the nuance of it. The part that I didn't like is that there are other moments where there is nuance that is really needed and would have been nice to have. And as an example, you will be able to perform this after you watch the tutorial. But there will be spots that are going to be rough, and you'll need to practice, as you should, even if it had the nuance throughout the places that I would have liked the nuance in this. But it takes about, in my opinion, after about an hour of practice, you will be able to perform this really, really well. No difficult moves, I think I said that already, but there's nuances in some of the handling. And I'll give you an example. There's a point where essentially you need to do a load, and that's probably not the proper word here, but you're gonna need to do a load using this ungimmicked envelope here. And there's subtlety about like where you hold it, like holding it here is not great, but if you hold it here on the sort of the tongue or lip 1 inch away, it just makes your load that much easier. And so I felt like there were certain points that it would have sped up my own learning if some of those nuancy pieces had been included in the instructions. And this is the sort of thing I don't know in terms of when you're putting together a tutorial video that are you going to be able to share everything that's nuanced, and it's maybe a little bit different for everyone because they just naturally pick up an envelope like this and didn't think they need to teach it. It'd be nice maybe if you put together a tutorial, and this is for all creators. Put together the tutorial, send the tutorial to maybe 10 hobbyists, and have them go through it, have them then show the effect to you, and you might be able to see if there are things that folks just are not getting, and then those could be additions to your tutorial. So anyway, that's sort of my main criticism, is that I would have liked to have seen areas in this that had some more nuance, so it would speed up sort of the learning process in terms of handling some of the gimmicks and pieces of it. So I won't go into much more, because if I do, then I just go into revealing aspects of it, and that would not be fair. So I'm not going to do that, other than say there was things around the load, which would have been nice. There's also things that are around slightly angle sensitive. They are not killer deals for this in terms of, it's still awesome, even though there are some angle issues, and it would have been nice to sort of have a little bit of walkthrough talking about what the angle issues are. But just practice in front of a mirror. You will notice those right away. And I'm saying the angle issues because I readjusted how Mark teaches the handling of pulling your envelope out of here. And I realized once I was standing up in front of a mirror, that was flashing the entire time and had been practicing in a way that I just didn't realize that. So those are sort of things that if they were in the tutorial would just speed up learning a little bit. Okay, so basically that's my biggest recommendation there related to that. Other than that, I really liked the tutorial. Got what I needed. We're not talking about brain surgery here or rocket science in learning this. The gimmicks. The gimmicks are great. This is an envelope. It will wear out. You can buy new ones. They literally cost pennies. This envelope here that is gimmicked, it will eventually probably wear out, but only after hundreds of performances. And this is made from some sort of stronger material. It's not Tyvek, or I don't believe it's Tyvek, but it's some sort of stronger material, so it's durable, and I really like that because it's a great gimmick that'll last a long time. Once you receive this gimmick, if you wanted to make your own, you'll be able to look at it and go, oh, I can recreate this gimmick and make your own if you wanted to. Myself, Mark does a great job on these. I'm happy to pay the money and just get one from Mark and know that I've got an envelope that I really like that's really durable. And then, of course, this here is going to probably last you literally a lifetime. And if not, you'll know once you get it, you can remake it yourself in no time at all. So that's my long-winded way of saying the gimmicks are fantastic, or the props are really great and durable and will last a long time. All right, skill level. This is beginner level. The only thing that, again, is at the beginner level, you're going to need to be able to do a card control. And a card control essentially towards the top of your deck. Mark will teach you a very simple card control, yet very effective card control. If you don't like that card control, you can use any card control that you like that basically gets the card to the position that you need it to be in. So use the one that you feel comfortable with, because you'll look more natural using the one you feel more natural with. So if you don't like the one in the tutorial, use the one that you like. All right. I think I've already covered what I really feel like you need to know, in that the one thing that I didn't touch on that I do want to touch on is that there is a slight noise at the moment that you have to call, again, I'll call it the load, you will need to just do some sound misdirection, in my opinion. Easy to do, but I'll just say it, that there's certain things that were never touched on in the video. Would have been nice to just acknowledge, like, you've got a little bit of a sound going on here. You need to have a little bit of sound misdirection. And maybe depending on the environment that you're working in, you can't hear it, but I do want to mention that, because if you're sensitive to sort of the sound issues when you're doing effects, you should just know that. All right, let's see. I've talked about all of that. There's a lot of pros here. The effect is a solid effect. The gimmicks and your props are really clever. It's going to last you a long time. The price point. This is $40 US. So I think this is a spot-on, well-priced product for what it is at this price point. And they're handmade, so it's great. You've got no difficult moves in this. You can use any card, any deck. You do not have to force anything. You can use any money. I use my own currency here. By the way, my fake money that I use here. Fake money, in fact, let's insert this here. I don't like to go out using a real $100 bill. I just don't want to get mugged. And if I do get mugged, they're getting a fake $100 bill. So, excuse my dog there if you heard that. I use Vice Props, viceprops.com. Their money's great. I use it. If you would like to use viceprops.com money, you can get a little bit of a discount if you use my discount code FiddlinJonny. And at the checkout for your promo code, I think you'll get 10% off there. And of course, I get a little bit of money on the backside of it, $2.50. So I'm clearly getting super rich by having you use the discount code. So use that discount code, save yourself a little bit of money. But you can use any currency there, which is awesome. And resets in less than a minute there. All right, I'll add also that this is one of those rare instances where the ad copy is 100% accurate. I'll say it again. Ad copy, 100% accurate. So nice to be able to see that in a product release. I'll do one con here, and the only con here is that I just would have liked a little bit more nuanced training in the tutorial for it. So who's going to like this? Card magicians, close-up magicians, walk-around magicians, barn magicians, all going to like it because it's easy to carry, takes up little to no pocket space, and you're ready to go. Instances, and you can reset in instances. That was my phone falling out of my pocket. All right, so I appreciate you all being here. Make sure that if you've purchased this product, let me know down below. Do you like it? Do you use it? Were there things in the tutorial that you thought would have been helpful? Do you disagree with me? Tell me why you disagree. Stuff that'll help the community here as they look and read through the comments that will help them if they're looking and considering this product. And of course, I would love it if you subscribe. I always appreciate that. And hit the like button if you're not going to do any of the other things. The likes help the algorithms to make sure other magicians who are searching for product reviews are able to have this pop up so that they can see it as well. All right. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm FiddlinJonny. Remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.